Hello everyone. Here's a quick video on how to find the volume of cylinders. Similar to what we did before with the volume of prisms, what we're going to do is with these formulas you generally find the area of the base and then you multiply by the height. So recall that the area of a circle is pi r squared. So to find the volume of a cylinder, that becomes volume equals pi r squared times height. So what we would do then is we would say our volume equals pi 5 squared, because there's our 5 right there. The question gives us our radius. I got to use, oh boy. Wow, all right. And then you multiply by the height, which is 12.5 centimeters. So then you can then type this in your calculator. It should be kind of all one step. You can see my 3 lines are working here, so I take pi, multiply by 5 squared, and then multiply by 12.5 to get 981.75 centimeters, cubed, because it's volume. And that's the volume of our first example. In our second example, I've changed things up and I gave you the diameter. It's not the best scale drawing. I'd argue that this is probably not exactly 2 meters, but whatever. I just wanted to give you another example. In this one, use diameter instead. So this is a little different. It's the diameter. So remember that if I give you diameter, you have to divide it by 2, and that equals the radius. So if I give you the diameter, remember, divide it by 2. So again, volume equals pi r squared times height. So that's going to be pi r squared, which would be 4 divided by 2. That's the radius, and that's going to be 2. So it's going to be 2 squared times height, which is 2. Pi times 2 squared times, times 2 equals 25.13 meters cubed. Last example. In this example, you can see I'm only finding the volume of the shaded part. So that would be kind of this part all right here. So it's all this part right there. So it's going to be that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the volume of the entire shape. So I'm going to find the volume using this radius right here to find the entire volume. And then I'll subtract the part in the middle. So I'll remove that in the middle. So what it'll be volume equals pi r squared h. And that'll be of our outer part, subtract the inner part. So that'll be subtract pi r squared h. So it's going to be pi. Oh, I didn't give a height here. Let's make the height here. I'm just going to click back and just see what it was, because this is from your practice. It was we'll make that 10.8, because I just kind of increased everything up a little bit for this one. So I'll make it 18. I think that was what it was. So let me click back. Yeah, 1.8 becomes 18. 18 centimeters. There we go. Better. So pi r squared, so that would be 4 squared. H would be times 18 minus pi r squared here would be 3.5 squared times 18. So we're just removing that inner part away by subtracting the volume of it. So the next thing I do is I take my calculator out and go for it. So I go, I'll do it in 2 parts just to break it down. You don't have to necessarily break it down into 2 parts, but pi, pi squared, no, pi times 4 squared times 18 equals, that's 904.779 minus bracket. I'm just doing this all in one so I can get an accurate answer. 0.25 squared times 18 close bracket equals, I got the final answer of 212.06 centimeters cubed. And let me just adjust right in that last one, because I broke it up into 2 steps. Pi times 2.5 squared times 18 equals, and this was 692.771. And that's how you do a question like that. Just similar to what we had done before with composite shapes. I hope that helps you with your work today. I hope you're all doing well. Take care.